chances are, if you like Lego, you also probably love the TV show Ben 10. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of Lego fans who also think this show is awesome. And they're right, it's good stuff. So it only makes sense that we combine these two amazing things together into one incredible Lego creation. In this video, let's deep dive into how this mind-blowing MOC was made. We'll study the techniques, we'll check out the clever part usage, and we'll go behind the scenes as we deeply study how this was built and designed. Let's check it out. So this Lego creation was made by the ever-talented Benjamin Anderson. And I had the pleasure of seeing this in person last year at Brick Fair, Virginia. Let's start off by taking a look at this exceptionally designed face. Just comparing it to the source material, you can see how accurate and how impressive this looks. You see, Benjamin Anderson, they're kind of a master at building things at a much larger scale. Given the larger surface area that he's able to cover, it allows him to pack in just so many more pieces and really hone in on details. And plus, the larger amount of space that he has to play with, it allows him to craft some exceptional shaping and form really realistic looking anatomy that's very true to the character. It's very impressive to see. And I mean, yeah, this face is a great way to show off the crazy design work that he packs in. First things first, the use of this white hero core for the teeth. That's genius. The subtle indents on the sides of this piece, it really does give off the illusion that this is teeth. That's a sensational part use. And then down below, Benjamin is using a 2x2 rounded jumper plate. This piece appears in all sorts of different sets. One most notably is this Friends Advent calendar. It comes on the top of this cake. But yeah, what a smart way of doing the bottom teeth to complement those top ones. And then this bit, I like this part. Getting a Dot's quarter tile in lavender and placing it on its side like this so it looks like a tongue. Yeah, that's a pretty smart way of doing that. How good does it look? And then the choice to use even more quarter tiles for the eyes, all 4 of his eyes. That's smart. I mean, how perfectly does this translate to the source material? This looks so good. I want to move down a little bit to Forearm's hands, because these are fantastic. It makes use of a few interesting system pieces. For example, we start off with this 1x2 plate that has a clip on the side. From here you get one of these curve slopes that's inverted, and then you attach it onto a different type of curved slope. If we clear all this away though, take a look at the very bottom. You'll notice a red cheese slope. This is attached on with the help of one of these half pins. It's quite a delightfully simple design, but it works really well, doesn't it? It's a great way to design some slightly larger scale fingers. Oh, and of course, this thumb is quite clever as well. Making use of the ever amazing macaroni piece. This comes in a somewhat recent LEGO Creator Dragon set. You can see them on the arms right here. From here, you're going to grab a stud with a bar sticking out of the end, and then just neatly place that inside, and you cap it off with another one of those quarter tile pieces. What a truly amazing hand design. Well, I guess it only makes sense to just keep moving up. Let's go to the arm design now. Each of the arms sports an elegantly made spike design that looks so cool. The spikes themselves, they're more protruding and jagged, but the rest of the arm is very smooth and sleek. But the transition between those two contrasting textures is so elegantly done. It neatly flows one into the other. And I mean, this is quite accurate to the source material as well. So elegantly recreated, isn't it? So each one of these spikes is made up of your typical small and large spike pieces. They're fairly common parts. But this piece here, you might not have seen this one before because it's a little bit less common. These barb pieces come from some of the official LEGO Ben 10 construction sets. They of course come on my boy Swampfire. You can see some of these red ones here adorning his body. And yeah, honestly, these are great pieces. And plus, isn't there something so pleasant about seeing pieces that originally came on a Ben 10 set and are actually exclusive to the Ben 10 sets? It just makes sense to then see them appearing on a Ben 10 custom LEGO creation. It just feels right, doesn't it? Unfortunately, these pieces aren't exactly cheap. They're about like $1 each, which, you know, it isn't a huge amount of money. But when your average piece is like 4 or 5 cents each, you can see how that would start to add up a little bit. Especially if you want a large quantity of these parts. Moving on up, you'll notice how jacked this MOC is. Fantastic work capturing that, Benjamin. It looks good. These muscles are made with a few modern LEGO pieces. You see them in some of the recent Marvel Construction sets. For example, some of Spider-Man's shoulder pads are used here, and also his faceplate is used here as well. Of course, the one used on this MOC is unprinted, and if you want one that is without the printing, it came in one of these rose bouquet sets. Hey, if you're looking to make some muscles on your next Bionicle, I recommend picking up this set and using some of those pieces. Another detail here that is very accurate to the show is the Omnitrix symbol on his shoulder. This is so simple but so clever. You get more of those dots quarter-tile pieces, which I'm sure you've noticed. They are very versatile, very helpful pieces. If you don't own any, I recommend picking some up. Anyway, yeah, you simply get those. You probably put them on some sort of 2x2 rounded plate. And then I believe you get the tire piece that comes on this Speed Champions polybag set, which is a relatively recent polybag that you should still be able to buy in stores. And then, yeah, you wrap the tire around it and you're good to go. Who'd have thought it'd be so easy to recreate this iconic symbol from the show? Continuing to move on up, the chest design. Oh, it's magnificent. Making use of a bunch of Technic panel pieces in white. Oh, the shaping is immaculate. You can come across these panel pieces in a variety of different shapes and sizes. Here's a modern LEGO set that comes with a good supply of them. I always recommend picking up some of these Technic sets. The parts and pieces in them always deliver and are so easy to use in MOCs. This is a great example of just how easy they are to use. But one little thing that I quite enjoy is the use of some of these 1x1 rounded tiles. Placing them over the pinholes on some of these Technic panel parts. Doing this, it smooths things off in a really satisfying way. All the textures look consistent, there's no weird holes poking out here and there. Everything is so unified and so consistent. It's nice. Another thing I like on the torso is the inclusion of these dinosaur tail elements. I like it, just kind of like a black collar around the edge of his shirt. Nice to see Benjamin Anderson taking advantage of the natural curvature of this piece, because it just very neatly hugs the edge of the shirt in a very satisfying way. It's nice. If you want to pick up one of these pieces, a very modern set that they come in is this Ninjago set. You can see one of them right here on this tree. Moving on down to the legs. Check this out, we got Von Nebula's mask right here on his crotch. I'm sure for Von Nebula that's a little embarrassing, but hey, it works. It fits in so well with all of these CCBS armor pieces, and it fits even better with a bunch of these Technic panel pieces in black. It's a good fit. Check out how these Technic panel pieces right here, see how they're interfacing with this torso element just below? The way it flows one into the other, it's so seamless. And then check out the foot design as well. Once again, very accurate to the source material. Although we've certainly come to expect that now, this thing is like a one-to-one recreation. It's so good. On the front of the foot, we see the return of this exact same red barb piece that we were talking about before. I really enjoy how this has been placed over the top of the holes on this small CCBS armor shell. Yeah, this just smooths out the look of this piece in a very effective way. Seeing those connection points covered up, all the textures become unified. I really like that. I also really like the back of the foot. It's using one of these red Borok feet pieces. I don't know, there's just something about the look of this piece that perfectly complements an alien design. I don't know what it is, it just looks very otherworldly. And then using this piece as a bit of a transition point to kind of cap off the end of the foot, that's some good stuff. Lovely work. Now, one more interesting thing to note, this MOC is making use of a base, a quite large stand. You know, sometimes bigger creations like this, they're gonna need something to support all of that weight. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with adding in a support stand. Good choice as well to make use of some of these motor pieces that line the base. These pieces are naturally heavier than your average Lego brick, so it's gonna make it so that this has a very strong and sturdy base of support. This MOC's not gonna fall over anytime soon. It's also quite nice to see that this connects onto 2 points of forearms back. And by the looks of it, it seems like you could pretty easily remove or place this stand back on. That's cool. And see, that's one of the things about LEGO conventions. You got people moving in and out of your table all the time, and it's quite likely someone might accidentally bump it and your MOC falls over. So even if it doesn't need a stand to support its own weight, At least having it there just gives you that little extra peace of mind. So if you are planning on going to a LEGO convention, I highly recommend adding some stands onto your MOCs. That way you're not going to worry the whole time about whether or not it's fallen over. You're not going to have to go through some delicate operation of building it back up again if it has fallen off. It just gives you that little bit of extra peace of mind, you know? So there you have it. This is Benjamin Anderson's magnum opus. It's probably my favorite MOC of his. That's forearms from Ben 10, expertly recreated in LEGO bricks. I mean, every square inch of this is magnificent. So many great techniques, some sensational shaping, and some really good anatomy work. Wow. Check the links in the description below and go and follow Benjamin Anderson on his social media. All the links you need will be right there. Go and check out his other stuff and let him know what you think of his incredible work. Thank you for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now.